everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kira with Follow Your Arrow Tarot, and today I will be doing the full moon reading for all zodiac signs for the Sagittarius full moon in June. So we have a strawberry full moon in the sign of Sagittarius on June 17th, 2019. Okay. A little bit of history before I go into the readings. So the strawberry full moon was also called the honeymoon. Honeymoon. A lot of weddings happen over the summer, so I get that, honeymoon. But this, I believe, was actual honey, harvesting of honey. So honeymoon is also called the mead moon, M-E-A-D, mead moon, or the rose moon. And the reason why we call it a strawberry moon, or those other three, is due to the Algonquin tribes of Eastern North America back in the day, because it was a signal to those tribes to gather wild strawberries or to harvest the strawberries. So looking at the full moon, they knew it was time to do so. And that's based on the Farmer's Almanac. So a little bit of history there. So with the strawberry full moon in Sagittarius, okay, this full moon for everybody is going to feel very larger than life, okay? You're going to possibly have emotions that can feel very big, or, kind of think about blowing up a balloon to its full capacity. That's how your emotions are going to feel at this time. And I think a lot of that's because we have Jupiter, which is Sagittarius's ruling planet and the largest planet, being affected. So everything feels, exponentially bigger. And it could be all aspects of your life, not just emotions. A lot of it's going to deal with some feelings, with a little bit of touch of heat, because we've got that fire energy. So Spirit definitely wants you to know that probably the most important part, if there should be any warning that you should heed, is to filter your feelings, meaning be very cognizant, very slow to react, very careful about the words that you choose to say to others, and also get the reins on your emotions. If you're feeling very, elated or very sad or very angry, you're going to be at the one end of all the extremes. So be very cognizant of that, because that fire energy is going to make you want to say and do and feel everything and get it out there. And with Jupiter, you're going to feel it at a completely different level than you normally are. Sagittarians, we totally know what that feels like on an everyday basis, but for other signs, it could be very overwhelming, scary, make you feel very anxious. So just be aware of that. But for the most part, the strawberry moon is going to be really positive, actually. There's really not too many downfalls than really that. This moon is going to make you feel very fun, lighthearted, very adventurous. It's definitely going to impact your motivations, especially your long-term motivations. If you think about the Archer for Sagittarius, and you're pulling that bow and arrow back, it's springing forward now, and it's going a very long distance. So you're really reconsidering your motivations for the long term and for the future. For so long, you've been in this pull back position. You could be having held yourself back for a while, or other people holding you back, or perceived, things that you've perceived have been holding you back, okay? But really now with this strawberry full moon in Sagittarius, it's really the time to catapult yourself forward, okay? To go forward, to get out of this rut that was over here, and to go full steam ahead, okay? This full moon is definitely going to impact everybody, all signs, but it's particularly going to affect 4 signs the most, Sagittarius being one of them, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces, okay? This full moon is about dreaming big, having big dreams, going for them, and being unapologetically vivacious in completing them or in putting those dreams to reality. It's about you right now. It's about making the impossible, or what you thought was impossible in the past, or what you thought you couldn't do, or what people told you couldn't do, or perceived, experiences where you thought, oh, I can't do this because this is going on. It's putting all that impossible and making it so. Like Yoda says, there is no try, there is only do. So get out of this can't, this try mentality and make it happen, especially if it's a big dream that you've been really wanting for a very long time. It's also about stopping listening to all the naysayers who told you couldn't, who put you in a situation or in a box that made you feel like you couldn't live larger than life, that you couldn't be big, that you couldn't go adventure and have fun and have life be lighthearted, right? It's getting out of that. It's getting out of that, mundane, that, status quo, that, society, that, plugged in, programmed, robotic. It's breaking free of that. It's a time to do what you've been putting off. So, and that could be big things because we have Jupiter. So maybe you've been wanting to take a trip to Bali and you never thought you could and you didn't think you had the money to do it. Now is the time to make it so. Plan that trip. If you've been in a long-term relationship and you've been hesitant at proposing, or they've proposed to you but you've been like, let's wait. Now's the time. Go for it. If you've been wanting to switch jobs because you hate the job that you're in, go for it. It could be big things, right? Or it could be little big things, meaning, maybe you've been so tired of the house that you're in, right? But you thought you were locked into it, and once you pick a house, it's forever, but you're really not happy there. Hey, maybe it's time to put it on the market and find something new. Maybe you've been driving a beat up old car, right? And you want a newer car, but you haven't put the time, energy, and money into it. Maybe now's the time. Maybe now's the time just to ask that person out that you've had a crush on for a minute. Or maybe you've been like telling yourself you're going to do some spring cleaning and now it's summer and you haven't done anything, right? So it's making the impossible possible. It's about not listening to the people, even yourself, telling you can't, and it's doing the things that you've been putting off for so long, okay? It's also a time to reevaluate your long-held beliefs of your own capabilities. And that kind of goes in with the I can't do things, right? Or, your perceived incapabilities, right? So definitely taking a look at your, personality characteristics. Maybe you've been wishing that you were more confident. Maybe you've been wishing you would speak up more at work. Maybe you wish that you were a little bit more emotionally available to your partner. Whatever the case may be, now is a time to look back at that. What are you doing well? What are things you want to improve? And reevaluate that and make it happen. And with this strawberry full moon in Sagittarius, and we all know, if you're Sagittarius, we are with Jupiter, we're very loud and proud, vivacious and fiery. We tell you what's on our mind. We tend to be very confident type people. So with that persona, that energy, with this strawberry full moon for everybody, you're going to feel a little bit of a boost in your self-confidence, okay? Almost like you've been taking all your vitamins, right? And you just feel good, right? Now's the time to stand up for yourself, and it's really all about you. And this full moon we're halfway through the year. So think about it this way. Is if the first 6 months of your year were crappy, you're not proud of it, you wish you would have done things different, kind of use this as a free do-over for the year, for 2019. Where, 6 months into the year, with all this wonderful Sagittarian energy, like, start over. Give yourself permission to start over. Clean slate. Like they tell you in school. You're starting with an A right now, 100%. It's up to you to keep that A, right? All right. So with all that being said, okay, that's a little bit of overview of what this this full moon energy is feeling like. Let's start with Sagittarius, of course. I've got 5 decks going here. Typical Rider-Waite. I'm also going to be using the Moonology Oracle cards, the Queen of Moon Oracle cards, the Lunar Nomad Oracle cards, and I'm going to throw in there the Vintage Wisdom Oracle cards, because I do feel a little bit of ancestry, a little bit of past energy with the Sagittarius full moon, strawberry full moon, especially since there's that history of the Algonquin tribes in the eastern northern America and where we got the name strawberry moon. I kind of feel some ancestry there, so I'm going to pull those Vintage Wisdom Oracle cards for each sign at the end to give you kind of some wisdom to go forward. Sagittarius era, we go forward to help you. Okay? All right. So Spirit, help bring messages for Sagittarius for the full moon in Sagittarius for June 17th, 2018. What messages do you have for Sagittarius in regards to this full moon? Okay, let's get 3 cards for Sagittarius. 1, yep. 2, yep. Look at that big, loud energy. You've got 2 major arcanas, okay? We're starting with the Emperor. Hello, fire energy right there, even though this is an Aries card. Next, you've got the Chariot. Again, major arcana. This is Cancer. But then you got the King of Swords in the reverse, okay? So, big energy right here, Sagittarius. Totally going with the Sagittarius full moon. We're starting with the Emperor. This is you. Confident, proud, going forward, ruling, being a leader, okay? And it could be whatever aspect of life. This could be home life. This could be at work. This could be with your partner. You're very assertive right now. You know exactly what you want, and you're going to stop at nothing to get it. And taking advantage of this full moon is going to be wonderful for you, okay? You're feeling larger than life at this time, right? And if you're careful, like the Emperor, you're going to be very careful with allowing your emotions to take control. So you're being very mindful and controlled, definitely. But there is a touch of heat, right? You do things very passionately. You know exactly where you're going. You have a target. You have a destination. And right now, your energy, people want to follow you. People gravitate you. People believe in you, right? Sagittarius, you're very motivated right now. So definitely take heed. If you have any big long-term goals or dreams, they're coming into reality right now, for sure. There's no dream that's impossible for you. And next with the Chariot, you're moving full steam ahead forward. You know, this is that energy of, you know, pulling your arrow back and totally projecting it forward. You are moving now. You're no longer in the back. Your arrow is no longer pulled towards your chest. You are catapulting forward. This is in the upright. So you are going in a good direction. You are on the right path for right now, right? He's commanding the Chariot without any reins. So again, kind of like this Emperor energy, you are a very strong leader. You know exactly where you're going, what you need to do. With the polarity here, the black and white, you not only have a grasp of your spirituality and, your higher being, your higher self and spirit, and you're very connected to that side, and you have a path that you're going for that. But then you also have your earth bound, your 3D sense of self, the logical, pragmatic type way of being, and you know exactly where you want to go and where you're going for that too. So it's balancing. This Chariot is, healthy. It's not tipped over. It's not, needing, reconstruction. It's your vessel, your vehicle is at 100%. It's got a full tank of gas and it's ready to go. I definitely feel this sense of adventure and wanting to try to defy the odds and do things that you've never done before. And also these cards are very much solitary cards. So I don't think that you are listening to anybody's advice right now. I don't think you're doing anything for anybody but yourself. And with the Sagittarius full moon, it is time to do that. It's time to do things that make you feel passionate, that motivate you, that are good for your higher self, that are good for your life path. And I do feel like you, out of all the signs, have a very high sense of self and very strong in confidence right now. Like nothing's going to hold you back right now. You are taking charge of your life journey, and that is beautiful. Next is the King of Swords in reverse, and I kind of like this. Now, I do feel a lot of masculine energy, which typically is associated with fire energy, with the fire sign, so it makes sense. You know, so far there's no feminine, soft energy. So that means we're kind of cutting out the emotions. We're cutting out, you know, air. This is air energy, right? So Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, we're cutting out all that bullshit. We're cutting out all the emotions. We're cutting out double, triple thinking about things. Like, no, I have a thought. Here's what I want, and I'm going to do it. We're not going to allow anything cloud our judgment, okay? Because the swords are about, excuse me, your thoughts, your state of mind, making plans, letting go of worried, unexpected things happening, communication, and all of that's going for you, right? You're letting go of worried. You're not worried at all. You know exactly where you're going, right? You're not letting your thoughts cloud your judgment at all. You're not letting your own self get in your own way. You're not listening to people who tell you you can't. Nope. If you're dealing with potential air signs, you could be totally blocking them right now. You could totally be not communicating with them or listening to them right now, because the swords are about communication. So I do kind of feel like during this full moon, you're not listening to somebody else. You're not talking to somebody else. You're cutting out communication. And I don't think necessarily it's to be rude, or necessarily it's because there's a falling out or something like that, like no talking situation. I just feel it's because you've got too much going. You got a plan. You're making it happen. You know, you're a big roller. You got things to do, people to see, you know, things to be successful in, things to conquer, and you don't got time to talk and to play games, you know. Nope. So, and of course, you know, we have the Emperor and the Chariot here, right? And then a King in reverse. This is he's the king, not this. Yeah, you're a king, whatever, but I'm the Emperor. So, just saying. Okay? Be careful of being cocky, because I kind of just got that energy of like, I feel like I'm better than other people, so a little conceited. So be careful of that energy, Sagittarius. Sometimes that can happen with us, okay? Let's get some clarification on these 3 cards for Sagittarius in relation to the full moon in Sagittarius spirit. Ooh. So what moons do I have here? That's funny, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? The card that I pulled for the Emperor is a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. And that card was clarifying the Emperor in Aries. So that's spirit solidifying that this message that I gave you for this card is 100, right? Even though this is a Sagittarius full moon, that fire energy it's at its climax right now. It's approaching. So right when we hit that full moon on June 17th, boom, you're at 100% fire energy, Sagittarius. Like, anyone in your way, I'm afraid for them, because you're like, get out of my way, right? The Chariot is be bold and make the first moon, but it was in reverse. So remember when I was talking about, you know, doing things that you've been putting off, whether they're big or small. Maybe in the past, you did not feel your typical bold self, and you were apprehensive about making the first moon. It says cardinal moon. So I do feel with this Chariot energy, and this message is, I'm kind of getting the feeling that you weren't making the first move. You're waiting for somebody else to do it. But in reality, you're the leader in the situation or the relationship, and it's really up to you, I'm feeling, to make the first move. And if you want something positive to come from it, especially if it's regarding like love or business, like career, It's really time for you to open your mouth first. So whether that's asking somebody out, or, you know, taking the next step in your relationship, you're really going to need to be the first person who says something at your job. If it's about a promotion, if it's about, like, with this movement, I feel like maybe they moved you to a different unit, moved you to a different, like, site, or something like that. If you don't like the move, it's time for you to speak up. But I also feel moving in general. I feel like Sagittarius, a lot of you this summer are relocating, taking on a new job. There's some shift and change dealing with movement, okay? You're leaving something behind and you're going forward. But I think it's a good move. It's a good move with this Emperor energy, this Aries fire energy. But it's up to you to quit putting off what you know you need to have articulated, okay? And then lastly, confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo in reverse, okay? So I think this kind of goes along with making the first move. I think communicative-wise, talking about speaking, you haven't wanted to really say much of anything or voice your concerns. But now's the time to be bold, to make the first move. But it's also about having confidence, okay? Because you have Leo in the reverse. Confidence is your key to success, okay? So it's really about speaking up, being bold, making the first move, and having confidence, you know, because, you know, the lion, he's the king of the jungle, right? He's kind of like this energy, right? So quit being afraid, because you are the emperor, right? You are the chariot. You are the lion, you know. You are fiery. So make it happen. Simple, right? Spirit, what other messages do you have for Sagittarius in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius? Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius? One more shuffle. Spirit, help bring me messages that Sagittarius needs to hear regarding this full moon. Yep. Man, this is some intense energy. Like, I feel like I could barely breathe. The energy feels like hot, like a sauna, but like not dry heat. It's like a very moist heat where the air is very thick and it's hard to breathe. Like, that's the feeling I get. So I got creation in the reverse. Okay. Looks like this in the upright. She's definitely looking at a full moon, right? So, but it's in the reverse. So I think that there's something that Sagittarius has been dreaming about, and it's involving creating something, creating a new business, creating more in your relationship, creating in your family, something about creating, and you definitely have the blueprints to it. You've written it down somewhere. You've thought about it before. You've sketched it out, but you didn't do it. For whatever reason, something was holding you back. And I kind of think it was yourself. You weren't confident. You weren't sure about presenting this idea. So this definitely could be connected to work as well. And you didn't make the first move. And so it's just been collecting dust somewhere. It's time to, whatever that creation was, to put it into full effect. I do feel in regards to, I mean, overall, but also in regards to love and intimacy, I really feel like for Sagittarians, it's really going to be a heated month. That's why I'm feeling literally hot right now, because you have the hot moon, the extremes, okay, fire energy, very passionate. So I feel like a lot of Sagittarians are going to have like summer flings, summer romances that are hot and heavy. I feel like even if you're single or if you're in a relationship right now, like it's intense, it's very sensual, sexual, intimate. You could be feeling very active right now. And I think it's because of a lot of this masculine energy. But the heat is on, like you're very passionate about everything, especially your person, if you're involved with somebody else. And it could be someone who you travel to see. So maybe it could be a long distance relationship where you travel to see somebody for a little bit of fun. Next you had focus in the reverse. Okay. Full moon again. Notice her eyes are closed. This is water energy. Okay. So I think it's about in the past, you were more focused on the water aspect of things, emotions, how people are going to feel, how you're going to feel. So you weren't confident, you weren't bold, you didn't make the first move, so you didn't create anything. But now you're ready and passionate to fully feel and to fully lead and create and do and be adventurous. And right now, I think this is more so in the upright. You're very focused right now, especially with the Emperor and the Chariot energy. And the Aries full moon popping up. You're very passionate and focused right now on exactly what you want, and you're going to get it. Like, that's what I feel. Okay, so this is the Lunar Nomad Oracle deck. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Sagittarius in regards to the Sagittarius full moon for June? Let's get 2 cards. These in the upright. Yep. First one is lilies. And second one is ship. Okay. So I definitely, like I said, I think that you're a writer. You could have a diary or a journal. You could have written things down. Okay. You create things. Okay. I see writing again. I see a compass. Okay. And this hot air balloon. This definitely is travel. Okay. Especially when you've got the Chariot here on the board. You're definitely traveling, potentially long distance. And it's all about adventure this month for you, Sagittarius. You're wanting to do things you have never done before. I really feel like you're finally, like you're done being stuck where you've always been, and you really want to do something new. So I definitely feel like you're traveling this summer. You could definitely be moving into a new home in a different town or a different state or city. You could be relocating for work. You could be traveling for romance with this extreme card here. But yeah, you're definitely, and you're going higher. Okay, going higher. You could be traveling across the world. It's a hot air balloon, heat, hot air. So be very careful about the things that you say. Okay. I noticed there's a man and a woman. It's really interesting, but there's an American sign here, or American sign, the American flag right here, which is an American symbol, right? So I kind of feel like even though the full moon is going to be the climax of this energy, I do feel that it's going to travel into July 4th. I think July 4th may be an important day for you this year. But with these lilies, finally we've got some feminine energy coming in. I just think it goes with creation. You know, look at her blooms, her garden. It's just, and it's, look how huge these flowers are. This is that Jupiter influence. Like, everything feels larger than life. Like, and I think it's more of your mindset and your emotions. Like, if you go on a walk and you look at a beautiful little flower, right? Now your perception, how you see things, is a little different. So that flower just seems so huge and beautiful. Like, how do I put that into words? Everything just feels more important. Everything you see clearer. Everything you feel, these are the extremes. That's what it is. You're just, all your senses are heightened to the extreme. You're highly sensitive right now. And even she looks so determined, and she's creating, like, everything she touches is blooming and blossoming. It could be Sagittarius. You're blooming and blossoming right now because this is your full moon, right? All right, let's end with some vintage. This is why I think Sagittarius have had some communication issues, because they can't even freaking talk. And it feels so hot, okay? And my air conditioning's on, so that doesn't even make sense, right? Vintage wisdom. Okay. See, ooh, whoa, look at, okay, yeah. And that card that just flew on the floor said expression. So I think that's Spirit saying I'm right on the dot. It says expression. Look at that. Look at how ominous that looks. And the butterflies, look. And like she's hidden. Yeah, I definitely feel with this confidence is your key to success in reverse, and this King of Swords in reverse. You weren't expressing yourself in the past because I think you were too afraid of how people were going to feel and react to you. And I think for Sagittarians, a lot of the time, people either love us or they hate us. And I think you were just tired of having more so people hate us or hate you based on the things you said. So you just were quiet for a minute. But the world's saying, sweetheart, it's time to express yourself. It's to be a butterfly, be different. Yeah, shadow self. I think this door is closed. I think you've been doing a lot of self-healing and work on your shadow self. I kind of think based on this Emperor energy and this Chariot energy and the Lion right here, I definitely feel like Sagittarius with your shadow shelf. I can't even talk. Expression. We need to work on our words. Slow down. Take a breath here, Sagittarius. I think that Sagittarians have definitely been struggling a little bit with this aspect for a long time, but I do want to give you guys kind of like a compliment in that even though you may have been struggling with this shadow self, right? I think out of everybody, you're one of the zodiac signs who will acknowledge their shit, meaning you acknowledge these struggles. You know what I mean? Even when people bring up, you're like, yeah, I know I need to work on X, Y, and Z. And they're like, oh, okay. We're glad that you knew that you need that. Like, we know what we need to do, right? But I'm so happy to say that with this Sagittarius full moon, I kind of feel like we're done here. Like, that was the arrow being pulled back. And now we're going forward. Like, you've done the work. You've been in this space for a little bit too long, for a little bit longer than you wanted. But now it's time to catapult yourself forward because you've done the work. And I think that's part of the reward here with the Emperor and the Chariot. All this, like, you're being rewarded for doing that hard emotional work. And that could be part of why you didn't want to talk about it, because talking about shit is hard. All right, let's get one more card. Love. That's beautiful, because I'm going to tell you, in this reading, I didn't feel a lot of energy of love. I felt a lot of energy more so of passion and intimacy. And just a lot more fire energy in, like, in your being, your spirituality, like work, your dreams, your goals. I didn't feel a lot of love energy, but this is so beautiful because I think that all of this is going to culminate to this. And I truly feel like Sagittarius, oh my gosh, we are so deep. We love and want to be loved. And I think ultimately, like, sometimes we may not express this, but I think for a lot of Sagittarians, we just want to love. We want to be loved and we want to love. We are so passionate, right? And I think everything we do is guided even by our heart too. And it's so nice to see this. So if you've been a Sagittarius who's been struggling with this, or you've been single for a long time, honey, it's coming. We've been waiting patiently. We can wait a little bit longer, but I do feel you're doing good work. This full moon's going to really catapult us into the last 6 months of 2019. And I really feel if we keep doing what we need to be doing, and we just flip some of these cards over a little bit, these last cards, right? I do feel love's coming in. I feel like you're going to offer your love at some point, but I do feel like love is going to come in for you. And I think you're doing everything in regards to love. I really feel like your soul's crying out or speaking to spirit or your higher self, because she's sitting here on this rock and it looks like she's playing like some instrument, like the flutes. And it's almost as if like you may pray, you may say things in your mind, and I feel like you're manifesting that. You're playing music. You're really putting out your energy. It's that whole manifestation thing. You're putting out positive energy. And so it's going to come back. And notice there's a little white dove in the corner. So if you have ever felt hopeless in regards to love, just know there is hope and it's coming, okay? It's definitely coming. All right, Sagittarius, that was your strawberry full moon and Sagittarius full moon reading. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. Please comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification bell. Okay, and check out some of my other videos for my channel information. All right, next I'm going to move on to other signs who are going to be feeling the strawberry full moon intensely. And the next person I'm going to be doing is Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius for June 17th, 2019? Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius? We're going to go this way. 3 cards. All right. There's another sword cutting the shit out. Okay. All right, Virgo. So we're starting with your air energy, or your air. I think you're dealing with an air sign. Starting with your earth energy, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is you, Virgo, Queen of Pentacles. Normally the Pentacles are about things happening over a very long period of time, waiting. Okay. So I'm kind of getting a feeling that you're tired of waiting for somebody or something to come around. I feel as though you feel like you've been putting in the time, effort, and energy and work into something, and it hasn't quite gone the way you wanted to. And you know you've been patient, and now you're at this point where you're frustrated, and I kind of feel like you're going to, I feel an ultimatum coming on, like, take it or leave it, you know, like, and I kind of feel like this has to do with like a relationship, because the next is the 7 of Swords. So like I said, I definitely feel like you're dealing with air energy, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. This is Gemini. Why did I say Virgo? Weird. So okay. So this could go either way. Weird. So Gemini, you're either dealing with a Virgo or, yeah, your Gemini's air, Virgo. Okay. Gemini, I'm going to say it how it is. You need to knock your shit off, because you have a Virgo potentially, or an earth sign, Taurus or Capricorn in your life, who's been waiting very patiently for you, but I kind of feel like you've been in your shit for a while. I feel like you may have not been, you know, and again, this doesn't have to play exactly out to zodiac signs. This is general reading, so don't be offended, Gemini. I do feel like this message is for some of you who aren't in a good spot, but it could be playing out from the other person's perspective. So Gemini, you could be dealing with an earth sign who has this energy as well. But there's just some thievery, some trickery, dishonesty, because the swords are about communication, okay, and thoughts. So I think someone's either keeping something from you, not telling you something, or lying to you, like verbally, like they're saying, like they're, oh, I was over at Jimmy's, but they weren't, okay? And the earth sign knows this, and they've still been patient, they've still been loyal, but they're getting fed up. And with this Queen of Swords, again, air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And this could be you, Gemini. You're cutting the shit out. Like, you're the queen. She doesn't take any crap, and she's tired of the bullshit. And I think she's going to call this person out on their lying. Like, I know you weren't where you said you were. I know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm done putting in all my time and effort and energy, and this is what I get from you. That's the energy I'm feeling. And I feel that the full moon is going to give you, Gemini, that self-confidence in order to tell it how it is. I do feel like this is going to maybe result in a situation or an argument, so be very mindful of your emotions, because definitely with Sagittarius full moon, ruling planet being Jupiter, big planet, high, intense emotions, bigger than life. So if you do have to confront somebody about their crappy behavior, just make sure that you've planned it, maybe rehearsed it, and even when you're there and their energy gets heightened, maintain, because it could blow up. Okay, that's kind of the energy I'm feeling. Could very well blow up. Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini in regards to the full moon in Sagittarius? Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini in regards to the full moon in Sagittarius? I definitely feel like you're dealing with a Virgo, though, for some weird reason. Yep. That's baloney. We just called... No, I'm doing that again. I just pulled all 3 of those cards for Sagittarius. So I'm feeling like I need to shuffle the deck a little bit more. Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini? Gemini in regards to this full moon. Let's get these shuffled. Okay, here we go. Now I feel good. Here they go again. What the hell? Whoa. Okay, Spirit. Spirit's like, don't. I feel like Spirit's like, don't be reshuffling what I gave you. Like, disrespect, dude. Well, you got the same 3 cards that Sagittarius got, so that's really interesting. And they came out exactly the same way. You just saw that, right? That's crazy. So, confidence is your key to success. Full moon in Leo reversed. So I feel like your other person, the earth energy in your life, is no longer feeling confident in you, in the situation, and in the relationship. Okay? Because they're both in reverse. Confidence, long-term committed relationship. And I feel like Gemini towards you, they're not feeling secure in the relationship anymore, and they may go. Okay? 7 of Swords, be bold and make the first move, is in the reverse. There's no being, I mean, this person's already bold. Look at them. They're lying and being deceitful in plain sight. This card is completely illuminated. Like, and it's almost like they have a I don't care attitude. Like, if they catch me, they catch me, whatever. And so I feel as though this earth energy is not making the first move anymore to you. Or if the energies are reversed, you're not making the first move towards them anymore. You're like, hands up, I'm done. Like, done. And again, with this Queen of Swords in the reverse, we have Aries, full moon, a fiery climax approaches, but in the reverse. So you may decide this situation or this person doesn't even deserve me, doesn't even deserve the words coming out of my mouth. So I'm going to ignore them, and I'm not even going to give them the opportunity to lie to me even more and for an argument to happen. Okay, so either the earth sign is backing away or the air sign, Gemini, you're backing away. Because you know, and I think this is a good thing, especially around the full moon, and this is fire energy, even though it's Sagittarius, this is Aries. But, because I do feel the situation could end up in not a good situation. So maybe backing off might be a good idea at this time. Spirit, what further messages do you have for Gemini in regard to the Sagittarius full moon for June? Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini? Gemini. Yeah, okay. This keeps coming up. Creation extremes, but that's Sagittarius, so that makes sense. Okay, so first one is fear. Fear. This earth sign is fearful of you, is fearful of the situation, the relationship, is fearful of how it's, the darkness in it, the lying, the deceit. They're fearful of cutting it off with you, because I do feel they care about you. And I'm hearing that once they cut it off with you, they know it's going to be forever. And so I think that's why they're prolonging this. I think they're also fearful of finding out the truth of what's been going on. Or you are fearful of the truth that you're going to get when you finally confront them. Hence the reason why you're not making the first move, and there's no climax to be had. There's no talking or communication because you're afraid of what you're going to find out. But ultimately, you already know. That's why you're afraid. So I think right now you're just taking a break, or the other person's just taking a break, and it says creation. So they might be doing hobbies or putting more of their time and effort into work, or you, to get your focus off of the situation or the relationship. But at the same time, this extreme card, so I do feel like this is someone who you have passionate, I mean, you guys are, there's no issue with the sex. Just going to say it. There's no issues with that. That's probably the best part of the relationship. And I kind of feel like that's still happening. Like the emotional, like legitimate part of the relationship is definitely broken right now. but I think you both try to mask it with the intimacy part of it, and that's what keeps you there, both of you, you know? Man. And that could be why you're not making the first move, and because you know it's going to end like this, and you're like, if I get under that person again, they're going to keep me under their love spell, but there's bullshit going on. Like, you're just like, ugh. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. Gemini. All right. Lunar Nomad Oracle deck. Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini? Sagittarius got that card too. We got the ship, but it came out in the reverse. So I don't feel like right now the situation or this relationship is going to go forward. I think there's a pause right now. This hot air balloon is not going up. It's not going down. It's stagnant. It's staying. The compass is all turned upside down. So I don't feel like you have a clear vision of the path or where you're going with the situation, person, or experience. And I kind of feel like you or the other person, oh, there we go. I've never pulled that card. Wow, pretty. You or the other person doesn't want to continue, doesn't want to stop. You don't know what you're doing, and so everyone's just kind of paused. Let's see here. But look at this card, Aura. 37, 7, 8, 9, 10. Completion coming. Completion's going to happen, though, with the situation. Look at this with a crown and a butterfly. Ooh, I like this. Look how pretty that card is. You or they. What is going on? I think you or they are using their entire body to make this decision. I mean, every energy. You're using your mind, body, spirit, soul, heart, every chakra, because all the colors are here. Like, this person, yeah, this goes with that extremes, that heat. Like, they just light you up. And that's what makes it so freaking frustrating, I feel. I do feel that you or they or both of you are undergoing some extreme changes. You could be a gifted individual too, for sure. Connected with spirit and the universe. Wow. I'm kind of like hyper focused to this part of the brain. I really feel like you've been thinking about it a lot. Whoa. That was that like just stopped all this energy, and it was just like zoom right here. That's crazy. All right, Spirit, what other messages do you have for Gemini in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius in June? Messages for Gemini. 3 cards for Gemini. Whoa. Okay. Thank you. Truth. Yep. And Gemini. Here you are, Gemini twins. I love when that happens. Yeah, truth is going to come out. See the eyeball? You see things going on. You know exactly what's going on. I think you're going to eventually face this person face to face. This is kind of like a 2 of Swords energy. Being conflicted. Yep, ship upside down. You don't know which way to go, what to choose. But yeah, you're definitely going to confront this, Gemini. Yep. Because you're finally seeing what's going on. And you're going to call somebody, or someone's going to call you on your shit. Truth. The truth is going to come out. And I think that you're gifted. You sense people's auras. And so you may not even have the facts that you know for a fact that they're lying. But based on your gift, you know. Like, you're intuitive. You just know that they're doing dirt. Or they know that you're doing dirt. But I really think it's you, Gemini. Yep. Intuition. What did I just freaking say? Yeah, you're highly intuitive. Highly intuitive. You don't know how you know, but you know. And power. Yep. You are. Yep. That's so freaking true. This strawberry full moon in Sagittarius is going to bring in that confident Sagittarian you know, with Jupiter, the extreme power, because you are a powerful person, Gemini. You have high intuition. You're an intuitive empath for sure. And you're in your power right at the full moon. This person has no chance against you. I'm just saying, like, maybe they're the one that's afraid. Maybe that's what. Maybe I think that they might have fled. You may not have heard from them because they're afraid, because they know you know, and when you know, there ain't no arguing to that. All right, Gemini. I hope that reading resonated with you. If it did, hit that thumbs up button. Comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe. Wow, that was some freaking intense energy, Gemini, for sure. Whew, my goodness, these readings, this Sagittarius full moon is no freaking joke, and I'm a Sagittarius. I should be able to hang with this, but damn. Okay, next is Virgo. Whew, Virgo. Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgo in regards to this Sagittarius full moon for June? Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgo? One more shuffle. Messages for Virgo. 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 Okay. Virgo. So, Virgo, you showed up. Faux show. 8 of Pentacles. That's you. Earth sign. That's Virgo's Taurus or Capricorn. You are definitely with this Sagittarius full moon. You are all about creating. You are taking your time, mastering your craft, and you're working very hard, because I think I feel like monetary, like you're really wanting to add pentacles to your life. You're wanting to be resourceful. You're wanting to have abundance in finances. But I also feel like you're kind of doing this to keep your mind off of something, and we'll get there here in a second. But you're utilizing this full moon knowingly. If I work really hard, it's almost like going to double what you're doing. You know that this full moon is going to magnify. Jupiter's also a sign or a planet of luck. So I do kind of get this feeling that Virgo, if you are doing anything in regards to finances, you're going to be, you could be a little bit lucky. Next, you have the King of Pentacles. So you're not quite there to 100% abundance and mastery. You're still a novice in whatever you're doing, but don't stop. Don't let anybody else tell you can't do something. I kind of feel like you're Virgos, you want to be the CEO of something. You want to be the leader of something. You want to have your own business. And I feel like you could have maybe an older male, adult male, family member, friend, colleague, boss be telling you that you're never going to achieve that goal. And you're like, screw you, watch me. So keep doing that, because that's the energy of Sagittarius. But I also, this is what I was saying earlier, I also feel like you're doing these things because you're not wanting to acknowledge this. 3 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. In the recent past, probably within the last 3 months, could be 3 years if we're thinking long-term past, but I do feel that your heart has been hurt, if not once, twice, or 3 times. I think it resulted in trust issues, like distrust, like somebody lied to you. Swords are about thoughts and communication. So I think you found out verbally from that person. It could have been a third-party situation, but I feel like they left you for somebody else, or you found them with somebody else. And that could be a reason why you've been devoting yourself to your craft, your hobbies, what you love to do, your work, your job. But I love the fact that it's in the reverse, because I kind of feel like you're finally, with this Sagittarius full moon, you're getting the confidence back again that you need, and you're going to finally let this go, or begin to start letting it go, and it doesn't affect you as much as it did in the past. So that's really awesome, Virgo. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Virgo in regards to the Sagittarius full moon? These cards keep coming out. The same cards. Try this again. Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgo? Let's cut the deck. We're going to go that way this time. Are you kidding me? Those ones keep coming out. I guess it's just what Spirit wants. All right, a fiery climax is approaching in reverse. So, and don't let your pride get in your way. Don't let your pride get in your way. And don't let your past hold you back. That one makes total sense. Don't let this past heartbreak get in your way at all. Don't let your past hold you back in the situation. Keep on working hard. Keep your focus. I feel Virgo is very good at focusing. This fiery climax, and don't let your pride get in the way. That could potentially be just the only warning we have for your reading, is that, you know, with the Sagittarius full moon, everything's extreme and intense in its fire energy. And so just don't let your pride get in your way. That could be with your business or your work, because that could keep you from manifesting and being at 100% abundance. So don't let your pride get in your way here. You are good at what you do, but don't be conceited about it. Yeah. Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgo? Full moon in Sagittarius. There we go. Abundance. You're on your way to abundance. Just don't let your ego get in the way. Because you have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, but you have abundance in the upright. This is almost like the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen's like looking at the King like, don't tell my Virgo that he can't do it. It's almost like parents fighting over each other. Well, he's just not doing X, Y, and Z. Well, yes, he can. He can do it. Just give him time, Larry. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel. I don't know where that came from, but just saying. And isn't that funny that this Leo full moon in reverse is in the middle and like this big moon? So definitely, like, don't let anyone tell you can't do something, because you will. Just be patient with yourself. You know you're already an earth sign, that you do have to have patience. Things take a little bit longer for you, so don't worry about it. Sovereignty. Interesting. Sovereignty. Yeah, you're finally breaking away from something that was holding you back. Freedom. And new beginnings. New beginnings. This full moon is going to help you move forward from your past into being free and having abundance. Gosh, that's awesome. Awesome, Virgo. Awesome. And you know what? You're doing it your damn self. Ain't nobody else in this reading but you, Virgo. So, you know, you may be a single Virgo, but you're a hardworking Virgo, and you've been doing everything your damn self. So, don't let anybody tell you that you can't, or you ain't working at the pace that they think. You're doing just what you need to do. Whoa, did you see that fly? It flew with velocity. The fox. What does the fox say? Yeah, be careful of deception and trickery. And there's 3 foxes. Yeah, with this 3 of Swords in reverse. Somebody in your past, and I think it's a romantic, it's a third-party situation. Be careful. Be careful about going back to it, too. But somebody's been deceptive. Yeah, that's a little intimidating. So don't let your past hold you back. I think you think about that often. It's really kind of mind-fucked you a little bit. Virgo, Sun in reverse. Yeah, so, I mean, it is a full moon. Opposite of the moon is the sun. This situation or this experience in your soul's journey has felt not joyous. It's been hard. You've had to be very patient. You've worked very hard to get your abundance. It didn't come quick. Somebody held your freedom for a long time. And so I feel like it's kind of made you a little bit of a recluse in regards to love and things. But I think this full moon in Sagittarius is going to help you break away from that past and be more confident. Okay. Let's see what the vintage Wisdom Oracle has to say for Virgo. Let's get 3 cards for Virgo. Spirit, messages for Virgo regarding the full moon in Sagittarius. Virgo. That's a lot. But one came out. Boom. Let's do that. Change, choice, divine timing. Yep. There's a lot of imagery and symbolism here to time. Okay. So I think that you could have been frustrated that everything's happening so slowly and it's taking a long time for you to get out of this. I wouldn't call it a rut, but just this moment in time you feel like it's dragging on. But again, this is Spirit just saying, it's like Mariah Carey's love takes time. Okay. It takes time. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the universe, Virgo. You are going through a lot of changes right now. And it's been, especially with this full moon, it feels extreme. It feels like you just want to hide and like I said, be reclusive. But you have hope. See that doves there? You have an opportunity. You have choices or a choice to be made right now of where you would like to go going forward. Okay. And I think that choice is going to come with the full moon. That's you reevaluating and being reflective and asking yourself, you know, what things did I think were impossible that I want to make possible? What did people say that I couldn't do that I want to do, right? You're re-evaluating long-held beliefs of your own incapabilities, right? And I do feel like a boost in confidence will be coming to you with this Sagittarius full moon, okay? So definitely, you're on the right track. And like I said, this full moon is going to hit Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces harder. And I think out of those 4 signs, it's definitely hitting you so far as the hardest, in all honesty. Okay. So Virgo, I hope those messages resonated with you. If it did, hit that like button, comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. Yes. So we've done Sagittarius, Gemini, and Virgo. We're going to move on to the 4th sign who's going to be getting hit hard by this full moon, which is Pisces. My Piscearians. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for Pisces in regards to the Sagittarius full moon in the month of June? Pisces. Spirit, what messages do we have for Pisces in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius? Pisces, got in the deck. 3 cards. Pisces. 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Empress. So Pisces, I definitely see with this full moon in Sagittarius that you want to birth resources, birth your relationships with other people, especially in regards to business and finance and resources. You could be starting a new business, starting a new project, birthing of something new, okay? And yeah, larger than life. With this Sagittarius full moon, it's about making your dreams reality. And I think there's been something that you've been dreaming about for a very long time that you're finally putting into action. It could be renovating your home, building a home, starting your own business, leading a project at work. And it's 11:16 right now. 111. I just saw that on my phone. Yeah. 3 of Pentacles, collaborating, working with others. So this Sagittarius full moon is going to give you a lot of confidence to lead people in whatever the situation is. You will have to be a little bit frugal and a little bit careful with your resources right now because you're expending a lot of them in whatever you're doing. But that is okay, because with this Empress, I do feel like this birth of whatever this new is wonderful. It's great for you. And eventually it's going to lead to a lot of abundance. So the work you do now and the being very careful with your finances now may be tough, okay? But it's expansive with this full moon in Sagittarius because Jupiter, I mean, this is Venus, but you're going to be gifted with the love of abundance, I do feel, for you Pisces, okay? A lot of earth energy here with the Pentacles and the Empress. So you could definitely, Pisces, be dealing with or working with or in a relationship with an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. If you are a Pisces wondering about starting a family or having children, you or your partner could already be pregnant or with child, or this is a good time to. That could also be the reason why you're having to be careful with your money, is because you are expecting a baby. And so family are coming together. Maybe you're building the nursery, putting things together. So I kind of get that could be for a very small few of you. I do this one first. Okay, Spirit, what other messages do you have for Pisces in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius? Messages for Pisces in regards to this full moon in Sagittarius. One more shuffle. Pisces. Full moon in Sagittarius. Pisces. Okay, there we are. Sagittarius. Right there. Says new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side, but it's in reverse. So you may be feeling that you haven't been lucky, but hey, guess what? Sagittarius full moon's here. So luck is on your side. You've got this Empress. She's kind of watching over, being very motherly and nurturing to the situation. So I do feel it's positive for you. And I feel like the Sagittarius new moon is going to bring that luck because the ruling planet of Sagittarius is Jupiter. So where you may have felt in the past that you weren't lucky, you will be lucky now, Pisces. And it's going to result in a fiery climax, meaning it could be the birth of an actual child, or a birth of a situation, and it's really going to it's going to be intense, and it's something you're passionate about, but it's almost there, the climax. So you're building up to it. Okay, you're still in the small part of whatever situation or project this is, but it's going to once that arrow flies forward, it's going to take off. Okay, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Okay. So whatever that may be, just be mindful of being overconfident or over prideful. Be open to ideas and thoughts and collaboration with other people. Okay. Spirit, what other messages do you have regarding Pisces for the Sagittarius full moon? Pisces, Sagittarius full moon. Ooh, beauty. Beauty right under Empress. This is a very beautiful. Now it says beginning in reverse because I think it already started. So you're not in the first stages anymore of it. You're kind of in the middle, and you're going to have this climax soon. So you're in the middle of whatever this situation, project, what have you is. And you have abundance in the reverse, clarifying the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So again, you're having to be very careful with your money, okay? And at the full moon, I do feel like there could be a little bit of expenses coming up, but it's okay because in the long run, you're going to be fine. It's going to all be beautiful because you've got this Empress energy protecting you, overseeing things, and whatever you're creating, whatever you're producing, whatever abundance is going to happen is going to be beautiful. Okay, I kind of feel like someone's having a baby, just saying. And I don't get that feeling very often, but I do. I feel that. Spirit, what other messages do you have for? And the sun keeps coming out too for people. Illuminating. Sun in reverse. So again, you're still in the middle of the situation. You're not quite fully completed this cycle, this situation yet. Sun's in the reverse. You may have not been feeling lucky or, maybe as excited as in the beginning. You thought maybe this situation wasn't going to be good for you, but I think it is, even if you don't realize it. Yeah, because look, Garden popped up. 2 cards actually popped up. Garden, abundance. Okay, beautiful. Gardens are beautiful. That goes with the Empress. That's the birth, the creation. Yeah, definitely family. Because look, ring came out. Ring. Something to do with marriage, matrimony. being with someone committed over long term. Yeah, I feel like there's could be a wedding, extension to your family. I definitely feel like children. You're getting married, or there's a proposal, but it's going to take a lot of time and money and collaboration from other people. Okay, let's get some final clarification. Spirit, what messages do you have for Pisces in regard to this full moon in Sagittarius? Oh, strength, nature, enchantment in reverse. So strength, just Pisces. Yeah, this is strength. This is a major arcana. This is the Leo card. You have, I see the sun and a picture of a lion up here. So yeah, you need to harness the strength to pull through the situation. It could definitely be emotionally and financially time consuming, but just be strong about it. Again, we have a lot of nature, so a lot of earth energy, Pisces. So I definitely feel like you're dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But look at this beautiful, abundant garden. You have abundance, you have beauty, you have the Empress, like, yeah, something regarding nature. Yes, child, you could be bettering your home or your outside garden. Enchantment in the reverse. Okay, but I do feel like you're kind of feeling a little bit maybe lacking confidence in the situation. But don't worry, with the Sagittarius full moon, it's going to bring that light-hearted, beautiful, adventurous, confident spirit that you're really needing right now. All right, Pisces, I hope those messages resonated with you. If they did, don't forget to hit that like button, comment in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you would. All right. Let's end there. I did Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces. We're an hour in. That took a very long time. But I hope those full moon readings in Sagittarius did help you. And I wish you all the wonderful things that a Sagittarius full moon brings. Remember, do everything that you've been dreaming of. Make the impossible possible. Don't listen to anyone who's negative. Think about your long-term motivations. It's time to do the things that you've been putting off, and reevaluate yourself and tell yourself that you are capable. All right. Thank you so much for watching.